Do you, as a woman over 50, feel that perhaps you've lost your confidence? Do you feel sometimes inadequate as a mother, as a wife, as a daughter, as a co-worker? Are there things that you feel that you wish that you could be more bubbly and confident like your girlfriends are? Well, if you stay with me, I'd like to share with you 5 strategies for maximum confidence. Hi, I'm Dr. Tracy Swift. I'm an intentional living expert, and I'd like to welcome you to Women Over 50 Reclaim Your Mojo, a lifestyle channel devoted to encouraging you to have the happiness advantage and learn from the human flourishing literature. If you're new here, then please click the bell and click subscribe, and you'll be alerted every time there's a new video, and they'll all relate to you. If you're a regular, then welcome back. So tip number 1 is to believe in yourself. In other words, we're all good at some things and we're less good at other things. That's life, that's human nature. But you need to concentrate on your own strengths. What are you capable of? What are your abilities? What are your talents? What are your enthusiasms, your passions? Things that you know deep down have been successes for you. Research tells us that self-belief and confidence is all about the past. We look back on the past and we know that we have achieved certain things and we feel good about our experiences. So it's really important to look back on those positive experiences and draw out the really good things about them. And that helps us then to believe in our abilities and capabilities in the present as well as in the future. Tip number 2 is to choose to be optimistic. So even if you're typically a glass half empty person, you can choose to be optimistic. It's actually a skill, and it's called learned optimism. So you can learn how to do it. And one of the fastest ways to do that is to start counting your blessings. So in any given moment, if you're feeling a bit low and your mood's a bit low, then your moods are always an indicator of the emotion that you're feeling and what you're about to attract into your life. So if you're feeling a bit low, start counting your blessings. What can you be grateful for in this very moment? What joy can you experience? And what's so wonderful about being alive in this very, very moment? That will help you to become optimistic. And interestingly, for women over 50, that has also been proven by research, and you can see the links below as to the references, that it has a reduced risk, 30% reduced risk of heart attack. Now, here in New Zealand, that's one of the leading causes of death for females over 50. So learn to be optimistic. Not only does it make you feel better in the moment, you've got a positive health effect too. It's probably not surprising that confidence is associated with happiness. And one of the things that contributes to both our happiness and to our confidence is to hang out with other like-minded people. So if you hang out with happy, confident people, it can help you to similarly be happy and confident. We see it so often with children, and we want our children to grow up to be confident adults. And yet we forget that that is a very similar human need in all of us. Not to compare yourself with others, and particularly in a negative frame of mind. You are you, and you are unique. So take pleasure in the fact that you are uniquely different, but enjoy being around other people. Particularly for adults over 50, it's important to hang out with like-minded people. It can be a gym, it can be a church, it can be any kind of club or hobby. You can hit 2 predictors of confidence and happiness by joining a group that would support your enjoyment in a hobby or a passion. So tip number 4, which is critically important, is you must master your self-talk in order to master your self-confidence. We're talking about that little voice in your head that is so critical, or that convinces you that you should have, shouldn't have, could have, would have, I can't, all those kind of things. So you need to pay attention to the words that you're actually using. The most important words you will ever hear are those that you say to yourself. If you tell yourself you can't, you can't. There's no question of that. So you need to continue to build up your abilities and your capacity to take on new things by having a really solid view of what you're good at and what you can continue to do. So positive self-talk is a really helpful way of moving through events, for encouraging yourself to face up to challenges, to face things, and celebrating the wins that you have along the way that will continue to boost your self-confidence. And tip number 5 is about surrender and let go. So there are probably 2 phrases that you've heard many, many times. One is let nature take its course, and the other is water under the bridge. Now, both of those will help you to get to grips with the concept of surrendering and letting go. If you are struggling because you're trying to micromanage all of the circumstances that are going on in your life, including things that are way beyond your control, you're giving yourself unnecessary stress, you're pulling down your self-confidence and your self-esteem, and you won't particularly be happy. On the other hand, if you can control what you can, and you will know through watching the series of videos or paying attention to my regular blog, the things that you can control are in your mind and in your heart. You can control your feelings, your thoughts, and the way in which you view the world. If you control those things, then you will be happy and you can surrender the rest. You can let nature take its course. If you make mistakes, we're all human, who doesn't? You can let those go, you can learn from them and then move on. Don't ruminate on them. We just talked about the fact that you can't keep your little voice going in such a negative way. That's not helpful and it's not healthy. You'll find that you'll be so much happier, you'll build your self-confidence, and you will expand your capacity to be able to take on more and to grow and develop in terms of self-respect and self-love. The Dalai Lama said that happiness and suffering are states of mind. Those are the things that you can control and that you can believe. So in terms of self-confidence, it's about self-belief, it's about monitoring what you tell yourself and how you talk to yourself, it's about choosing to be optimistic, it's about surrendering and letting go. I hope that you have a really positive, very happy day, and please, if you've liked what you've seen, hit like below, and please tune in next week for another video that will help you to have the happiness advantage and to flourish in all aspects of your life.